They called him lucky when the spotlight found his name. When years of silent effort finally turned into fame, they saw the shining moment, the victory, the applause, but they never saw the mornings or the discipline that caused it all. They called her fortunate when opportunity arrived, as if success appeared by magic and simply changed her life. But luck didn't wake up early, luck didn't stay up late, luck didn't spend 1,000 nights preparing for that day. There's no such thing as lucky, not the way people say. Opportunity finds the people who have prepared for its day. The chance may come unexpectedly, but you'll only make it real if your hands are ready for it and your skills are made of steel. I remember watching others reach the places I desired, thinking fate had chosen them while my own dreams expired. But then I looked much closer beyond the surface view and found years of unseen effort hidden underneath what they do. Hours nobody witnessed, failures nobody praised, sacrifices left unnoticed through ordinary days. The world sees a breakthrough, but rarely sees the climb. The years spent building quietly, one step at a time. A farmer prepares the soil before the rain arrives. A sailor studies the ocean before setting sail for life. A musician practices alone long before the crowd appears. A champion trains in darkness for countless unseen years. And maybe that's the secret most people overlook. Success isn't finding a chance, it's being ready when it comes and knocks. Because opportunity is everywhere, but readiness is rare. Many people meet the moment, yet discover they're unprepared. Honestly, the biggest difference between dreaming and achieving is not talent, fate, or fortune. It's preparation and believing. Believing enough to work today for a future still unseen. Believing enough to sacrifice for a distant dream. One more lesson learned, one more skill refined, one more hour invested when nobody's keeping time. Those moments become foundations, strong enough to hold success when opportunity finally arrives and puts you to the test. So don't wait for luck to find you, don't leave your future to chance. Build yourself every single day and be ready when life asks you to dance. Because someday a door will open that others never see, and they'll call you lucky, but you'll know the truth. That moment was earned by every unseen effort that came before it.
I was lost before, staring at a world too wide, looking for a hand, looking for a sign. Someone took the time to show me what they knew. A light passed down quietly, and suddenly I moved. That's how hope survives, not by keeping but release. One heart teaches another, and the fire keeps its heat. When you learn, teach. When you get, give. That's how love survives. That's how people live. Nothing truly grows if you hold it for yourself. The things that changed your life are meant for someone else. I used to think success was climbing all alone, building something high enough to finally call my own. But the higher that I reached, the more I understood life means almost nothing if it only serves you. Because wisdom dies in silence, and kindness disappears when nobody reaches backward to help someone else get near. When you learn, teach. When you heal, lift. Every lesson that you carry becomes somebody's gift. When you rise, reach back, don't forget the view. Someone once opened that door that led you through. I remember nights feeling too weak to stand, till somebody looked at me and said, I understand. Those words became a shelter in places cold and dark, and now I carry that same flame inside my heart. Maybe that's the meaning hidden in all we do, not just becoming stronger but helping others too. Because knowledge kept selfishly slowly turns to dust. Shared between souls, it becomes trust. When you learn, teach. When you gain, share. The world changes slowly when somebody cares. What you hold too tightly eventually will fade, but what you give away outlives your name. And maybe we are bridges, not destinations alone. Maybe every lesson learned was never ours to own. Maybe every blessing, every dream we touch was meant to keep on moving far beyond us. So I'll give what I can give, even if it's small. A word, a hand, a moment could change it all. Because somebody changed me without even knowing it, and now it's my turn to become that gift. When you learn, teach. When you get, give. That's how light survives. That's how we live. Not by what we gather, not by what we keep, but by how much of our hearts we leave for others to reach. So if life gives you wisdom, don't lock it away. Turn around and light somebody else's way. Tomorrow always looks distant, like there will still be time. Another chance to change yourself, another sunrise to climb. So we keep saying later, while moments slip away. Dreams grow quieter slowly, waiting for someday. But life is not tomorrow, it never truly was. The future starts this instant, inside the things we does. One honest step this morning can change 1,000 nights. One brave choice made today can completely shift a life. Because today is precious, more than we understand. A single day fully lived can reshape who we are. Today is worth more than 2 tomorrows waiting for. Because action in this moment decides who we become. Not promises of someday, not dreams left in the dark, but what we choose this morning with the beating of our hearts. I used to waste my daylight thinking time would always stay, pushing dreams into the distance, throwing little hours away. I thought motivation later would somehow rescue me, but tomorrow kept arriving, still carrying the same empty me. That's when I finally realized the future isn't found ahead, it's quietly being created by the life we live instead. Kindness can change the world in you. That's why time matters deeply. That's why mornings carry gold. Every sunrise is a doorway that may never again unfold. And honestly, maybe tragedy is not failing once or twice, but endlessly postponing life until there's no more time. So don't wait for perfect timing, don't wait till fear is gone. The people who transform their lives start before they feel strong. Today already matters more than tomorrow's dream, because reality is built here, not somewhere unseen. So breathe in this morning, protect this passing light, because this ordinary moment may define your entire life. And one day, looking backward, you may finally understand. A single day lived fully was worth more than all the tomorrows left only in your hands.
I used to think the stars were born, different hearts, different forms, like greatness fell from somewhere high, only meant for certain lives. But every Every story that I read had sleepless nights beneath success. Every hero, every name, walk through fire, walk through pain. Nothing rises from the air. There are footprints leading there. Success leaves clues behind, in the habits and the sacrifice, in the people who kept going on long after the light was gone. If you look close enough, you'll find the path was never blind. The early mornings, lonely roads, the doubts nobody else was told, the failures hidden under fame, the 1,000 times they stayed the same. Not magic, not destiny, just ordinary consistency, and hearts refusing to let go, and nobody believed at all. The answers aren't impossible to see, they're hidden in discipline quietly. Success leaves traces in the dark, tiny sparks inside the heart. The way they fall and rise again, the way they build through broken ends. Nothing great appears by chance, it grows through repeated hands. What if success is less about talent and more about what you repeat? The little choices every day nobody applauds or sees, because greatness whispers first before the world calls it success. So I'll study every scar, every dream that traveled far, not to copy someone else, but to understand myself. Because every life that truly shines leaves a map behind. The clues are written everywhere, in patience, pain, and stubborn care. And maybe success has always been a trail for us to follow in.
Everybody wants the highlight, the moment they arrive, the headline, the victory, the proof they survived. But nobody sees the shaking hands, the nights that almost broke, the 100 failures hidden behind one shining hope. I used to think that falling meant I lost my way, like every wrong turn proved I should be afraid. But every scar I carry, every mistake I made, was pushing me much closer to the person I became. People fall forward to success, not backward, not standing still. You stumble toward the mountain, you climb through every hill. Every wrong step teaches, every bruise reveals that failure isn't the opposite, it's part of something real. I try to walk perfectly, never missing the line, but fear made me smaller every single time. Because safe roads teach nothing, comfort never grows, and people who never fall never really know what they are capable of, know how strong they can be, know how much exists beyond their insecurity. People fall forward to success through the dirt and pain, through the awkward beginnings, through the endless rain. Nobody rises cleanly, nobody gets there smooth. The people who change their lives are the ones who move. Move while uncertain, move while ashamed, move while doubting, move anyway, because the ground you fall on can become the road, and every failure slowly turns into gold. I've seen broken dreamers become stronger than before, because failure forced them to open a different door. Sometimes the collapse is the reason you rise. Sometimes losing everything helps you see with new eyes, and maybe that's the secret. Nobody explains success isn't avoiding failure, it's surviving it again and again. It's getting up embarrassed, still choosing to believe, still carrying the vision you refuse to leave. People fall forward to success, that's how it's done. Nobody reaches greatness by trying to run. You fall into wisdom, you fall into truth, you fall enough times till fear loses you. So let me fall forward, let me bleed and learn. Let every wrong direction become another turn, because I'd rather fail moving than freeze in place. I'd rather chase the dream than never leave the gate. And one day all these failures will look different somehow, not like proof I was weak, but proof I didn't bow. People fall forward to success, that's how souls are made. Not through perfect victories, but through refusing to fade. So if I fall tomorrow, I'll still rise again, because every fall forward brings me closer to the end. Everybody wants a miracle, a sudden leap, a giant change, to wake up one bright morning and find their whole life rearranged. But mountains aren't moved in moments, and forests don't grow overnight. The strongest things are built slowly through ordinary fights, not by giving everything until you burn away, but by giving just a little more than yesterday. Just a little more, that's all you have to do. One small step of courage, one promise followed through. Just a little more, every single day, and someday you'll be amazed how far you've come this way. I used to wait for motivation to strike me like a flame, thinking I needed perfect energy before I could change. But perfect days were rare, and inspiration came and went. So dreams stay trapped inside me by good intentions spent. Then life taught me a lesson, simple, quiet, true. You don't need heroic effort to become somebody new. Read one more page, walk one more mile, practice 10 more minutes, stay a little while. Send that message, write that song, try again tomorrow even when it feels wrong. Because greatness hides itself inside the things that seem too small, and little efforts multiplied eventually change it all. A river carves a canyon, one drop at a time. A sunrise fills the heavens, one ray at a time. And people build their futures exactly the same way, with tiny acts of discipline repeated every day. Honestly, the secret isn't talent or luck alone. It's showing up consistently when nobody else has shown. It's choosing progress over comfort, growth over easy rest. Not perfection every morning, just doing your small best. Some days you'll only manage a single step ahead, but one step is still movement, and movement is not dead. So don't wait for the perfect moment, don't wait till fear is gone. The people who achieve their dreams simply keep moving on. A little stronger, a little wiser, a little closer to the light. One ordinary effort on an ordinary night. And one day looking backward, you finally understand the life you always dreamed about was never built in one grand moment. It was built just a little more, day after day, with your own two hands. I spent so many years searching for what life meant to me, chasing dreams across the horizon, trying to become somebody. I thought value came from victories, from the heights that I could reach, from the things that I could gather, or the success that I could teach. But the more I climbed alone, the emptier it became. Because no mountain feels as high when there's no one to share the view the same. Then I saw a simple kindness change a stranger's day, and suddenly I understood what life was trying to say. A life becomes meaningful when it reaches beyond itself, when it becomes a light for someone instead of living only for oneself. To live for others, to lift them when they fall, to give your heart away in love is the greatest gift of all. I remember times of struggle when my world was turning gray, and someone offered hope to me without asking for repayment someday. A word, a hand, a presence, a moment they could spare, and what seemed small to them was enough to show they cared. That's the strange thing about kindness.
are over and our stories reach the end, few will care about our trophies or the money we defend, but they will remember kindness, the love we chose to share, the moments we stood beside them and showed that we were there, because purpose isn't found only in what we achieve. It's found in helping others find a reason to believe, a reason to keep fighting, a reason to stand tall, a reason to see tomorrow when darkness seems to call. So chase your dreams with passion, become all you can be, but never forget the beauty of living beyond me. For the richest hearts are often not the ones who own the most, but the ones who leave behind a little hope from coast to coast. And when you give your life to something greater than your name, you discover life's true value, that a life lived for others is a life truly lived.
They laughed when it was spoken, said it could never be done. Too strange, too wild, too foolish to become anything at all. The dream looked unrealistic, the plan looked far too bold, and common sense kept whispering, stay safe, do what you're told. So many brilliant ideas die before they're born, not because they lack potential, but because action never comes. 1,000 dreams stay trapped forever inside a fearful mind, waiting for the perfect moment they'll never truly find. Because even the craziest idea can change the world someday, but only if someone stands up and chooses not to walk away. The world doesn't change through wishing, it doesn't change through doubt. It changes when somebody dares to act on what they're dreaming about. I used to wait for certainty, wanted proof before I'd start, wanted every answer written before I follow my heart. But certainty is a mirage, it disappears when you get near, and every great adventure starts with a step through fear. The airplane was impossible, the light bulb seemed absurd. The greatest changes in history began with a single word. What if we tried? What if we failed? What if we kept moving anyway? Because failure isn't fatal, but inaction steals years away. A dream without movement is only a passing thought. A vision without courage will never become what it's not. That's why action matters more for good. One step can start a movement, one voice can start a song. One person brave enough to act can prove the whole world wrong. And honestly, the saddest thing is not falling when you try. It's reaching the end of your story and wondering, what if I spoken louder? What if I taken the chance? What if I trusted my idea instead of fear's demands? So don't be ashamed of dreaming. Don't apologize for your vision. The future belongs to people who choose courageous decisions. People called crazy today often become tomorrow's guy because they acted while others only watched from the side. So take that ridiculous dream, that impossible looking plan, and give it a chance to breathe with your own two hands. Because the world has never changed by those who simply obey. It changes when someone acts on an idea everyone else was too afraid to say.
I used to fear the falling, the sting of getting it wrong, the laughter of the doubters, saying I didn't belong. So I waited for perfection, for the perfect time to start, holding dreams inside my hands, but never trusting my heart. I studied every possibility, measured every risk until the years began to pass, and I realized this failure isn't the enemy. It never was the end. The people who achieve their dreams are those who try again. The opposite of success isn't failing on the way, standing still forever while your dreams slowly fade away. Because every great story starts with a first attempt, and every victory you've ever seen was once uncertain and unspent. A singer misses notes, a runner loses races, a builder makes mistakes before creating lasting places. The mountain doesn't care how many times you fall, it only asks one question: will you answer the call? I remember opportunities I almost let go by, not because I couldn't do them, but because I feared to try. And honestly, those moments still echo in my mind, not the failures I experienced, but the chances left behind. The words I never spoke, the roads I never took, the dreams I left untouched like unread pages in a book. Because action creates possibilities even when it goes wrong, but inaction builds regrets that can last a lifetime long. A missed shot teaches a lost game teaches fight. The setback teaches wisdom and makes your future bright. But doing nothing teaches nothing except the weight of doubt, and leaves you wondering forever what your life could have been about. So don't be afraid of failure, don't fear the chance you'll lose. Fear becoming someone who never got to choose. Someone who let fear decide the shape of every day. from the sidelines as life slipped away. The brave are not the people who never feel afraid. They're the ones who move forward even when their confidence shakes. One attempt can change a future. One step can start a flame. One decision made today can redefine your name. So chase the dream that's calling. Take the risk that's in your sight, because every meaningful life begins with the courage to try. And if you fall, get up again. That's how greatness is made. For the opposite of success is not failure. It's never starting in the first place.
We wear different faces, different names and lives, different kinds of brokenness, different kinds of pride. Some are chasing money, some are chasing love, some are searching for a reason written in the stars above. But underneath the noise, under every disguise, there's a human heart beating, trying to survive. We all wanna be loved, we all wanna be loved, we all wanna feel like our lives mean something strong. Different roads, different stories, different ways we try, but every soul is reaching under the same sky. A child cries in silence, a stranger hides their pain. A mother fears tomorrow, a dreamer fights the rain. And no matter where we come from, no matter what we own, everybody knows the feeling of not wanting to be alone. We all fear losing, we all fear goodbye, we all search for meaning before our final night. Some hide it behind anger, some bury it in fame, but everybody's looking for not just looked at and passed. We all wanna believe something beautiful can last. Different colors, different languages, different ways we pray, but the human heart still trembles in the very same way. I used to think people were worlds apart, till I look close enough to recognize the heart. The rich still feel empty, the strong still break, the loudest people smiling still lie awake. Because being human means needing hope, needing connection, just trying to cope. And maybe if we remembered how alike we are, we'd stop turning strangers into scars. We all wanna feel worthy, we all wanna feel enough, we all wanna find someone who stays when life gets rough. We all carry longing, we all carry fear, and every soul on earth just wants somebody near. So maybe love begins the moment we realize that behind every pair of eyes lives a life trying to survive. Different dreams,
people think the brightest moments are the ones beneath the lights. The victories, the trophies, the beautiful, perfect nights. The standing ovations, the crowds that know your name. The feeling of arriving at the end of all the pain. But honestly, those moments fade faster than we think. And glory by itself can leave a soul empty at the brink. Because the deepest kind of brilliance isn't born from easy days. It's born when broken hearts decide to rise again through pain. The brightest moment of your life may come in the darkest place, when something inside your despair suddenly wakes. When hope returns through the ruins, when purpose cuts the night, when your exhausted soul remembers it still wants to fight. I remember sitting hopeless, certain life had lost its way. Every dream felt shattered, every color turned to gray. Nothing looked inspiring, nothing seemed alive, just disappointment echoing through every sleepless night. And then without warning, somewhere underneath the ache, a vision of tomorrow quietly began to wake. Not certainty, not comfort, not success already won, just a burning realization my life is not done. And somehow that small fire shining inside despair felt more beautiful than any victory I'd ever held before there. Because there's something sacred about a soul deciding to challenge life again after almost collapsing. That moment changes people more than applause ever will. The instant someone broken still chooses to climb uphill. The world sees the triumph later, but nobody sees the night where a lonely heart quietly decides to survive the fight. That's where greatness begins, not on stages filled with praise, but in hidden moments where hope returns through pain. When you're standing in the wreckage and still dare to dream again, when the future suddenly whispers you were made for more than the sand. That feeling is electric, more alive than victory itself. Because rebirth feels different than success gathered for wealth. It feels like your soul awakening after years of sleep, like finally finding purpose buried underneath the grief. And maybe that's why suffering sometimes transforms a life, because people discover strength while surviving the night. Not because pain is beautiful, not because despair is kind, but because human beings are powerful enough to create light inside, inside failure, inside heartbreak, inside the lowest ground. I felt you can still rise suddenly and turn everything around. So if you're lost tonight, if hope feels far away, remember the brightest fire may begin exactly this way. Not when everything is perfect, not when all your fears are gone, but when your tired heart decides it still wants to move on. Because the greatest moments in life are not always victories won. Sometimes they're the silent nights where a broken soul chooses to become someone. Even despair cannot win, because the future has already begun deep within.
They tell me I should slow down, take a break, breathe for a while. But they don't hear the fire inside me, burning every sleepless night. They call it obsession, like passion is something wrong. But when your soul finds purpose, how could you not hold on? What's so wrong with spending every hour doing what I love? Even 24 hours still never feels enough. Because when your heart is alive, time disappears like rain, and every second created feels worth the joy and pain. I could stay awake forever, chasing sounds inside my head, turning dreams into melodies long after others rest in bed. Not because I have to do it, not because I'm forced to try, but because something inside me would slowly die otherwise. People waste whole lifetimes living someone else's way, then laugh at those who sacrifice to spend their days creating. But I'd rather lose sleep honestly than lose my soul to fear, or rather burn with passion fully than disappear year by year. Because this life is far too short to live without desire, and the people who change the world are the ones consumed by fire. A fire that says keep building, a fire that says don't stop, even when the night grows colder, even when your body drops. And honestly, the strangest thing is no matter how much I do, the more I fall in love with this, the more unfinished dreams break through. One more song, one more vision, one more sleepless dawn. Because passion creates endless roads to continue walking on. Maybe that's what purpose means, not balance all the time, but loving something deeply enough to willingly give your life. Not in sadness, not in chains, but freely with your heart. Because true joy often looks like obsession from the start. So don't apologize for passion, don't shrink your burning soul. The world already has enough people living half awake and cold. If your heart found something real, protect it with everything. Because rare is the person who hears what their spirit sings. And if 24 hours still somehow feel too small, maybe that's proof you truly found the thing worth giving your all. They told me what was possible, they drew a line for me, a place where dreams should safely end, a limit I should see. They said just do what's expected, just meet the standard set. something deep inside me knew my story wasn't written yet. Because expectations are comfortable, they keep the future small. A fence around potential, a ceiling over all. And if you only aim to meet them, you'll never truly know how far your heart can carry you, or how much you can grow. Expectations aren't meant to be met, they're meant to be surpassed. The greatest journeys start when you move beyond the past. Don't stop at what they think you are, don't stop at what they see. There is a version of yourself still waiting to be free. I remember being underestimated, watching doubt in people's eyes. They saw my present circumstances, but couldn't see my fire inside. And honestly, I don't blame them, because even I had days when fear convinced me quietly to settle for less along the way. But every dream worth chasing lies beyond familiar ground, and every breakthrough happens where comfort can't be found. One more step than they expected, one more hour than before, one more time refusing to walk away from the door. Oh, that's where greatness starts, in ordinary days, when somebody chooses effort instead of taking easier ways. The eagle doesn't ask permission before it meets the sky. The ocean doesn't stop expanding because someone drew a line. And maybe we're no different, maybe we're meant to rise beyond the labels people place, beyond imagined heights. Because the world changes through people who dare to exceed what others thought was possible, and what they thought they'd need. Not for applause, not for pride, not to prove somebody wrong, but because growth is calling them to become something strong. Honestly, the greatest limits are often in the mind, built from old expectations we've accepted over time. But once you break through one of them, a whole new world appears, and suddenly the impossible looks smaller than your fears. So don't aim just to satisfy the standards set for you. Oh, aim to become the person only you can become, through hard work, courage, persistence, through the storm, a willingness to keep evolving long after others conform. Because history remembers people who went beyond the line, the ones who looked at expectations and said, "Thank you for the starting point. Now watch me go further."
I used to stare at every word, replay conversations heard, looking for what I missed before, till simple things felt hard once more. A tiny doubt became a storm, a quiet thought grew sharp as thorns. The more I tried to understand, the less I felt I truly can. Maybe some things fall apart when held too tightly by the heart. Everything I think about too long starts to feel a little wrong. Simple truths begin to fade under all the noise I make. Maybe not everything needs a reason. Maybe some things just need breathing. I've overthought love into fear, turned hope into what ifs for years. Tried to solve every unknown till I no longer felt at home. But rivers never question flow, and flowers never force their growth. The world keeps moving quietly from thoughts that once were small. Everything becomes too heavy when I carry every possibility. The more I chase complete control, the more I lose my soul. Maybe peace begins somewhere beyond the need to always care. What if clarity comes slow? Not through thinking but letting go. Not every answer must be found. Not every silence needs a sound. Because life was never meant to fit inside the head completely. So I'll stop pulling every thread till the whole thing comes undone. Instead, I'll let the moment simply be, without dissecting every feeling. And maybe freedom starts the day we let some questions drift away. The night grew quiet in my room. No more chasing every truth. And somewhere in the silence I finally breathe. Nothing stays the way it was. Not the sky, not us. Every season leaves its color, then disappears like dust. People come and people leave. Hearts break, dreams evolve. Life keeps moving like the ocean, no matter what we hope. I used to fear the shifting ground till I learned change is life itself somehow. Change is inevitable. Change is constant. Every ending opens doors to something beyond it. Every scar becomes a lesson. Every loss rewrites the soul. We were never made to stay the same. We were made to grow. The child I was is fading. The person I'll become unknown. Every step creates a stranger, and somehow still feels like home. Sometimes change feels like a heartbreak, like losing pieces of your skin. But maybe transformation hurts because new life is breaking in. Nothing living stays untouched. Time reshapes all of us. Change is inevitable, like the turning of the earth. Every night becomes a sunrise. Every pain can give rebirth. Every fire leaves ashes. Every storm makes the sea. And even shattered hearts can grow into who they're meant to be. I tried to hold forever, tried to freeze what felt alive. But the tighter that I held it, the faster it slipped by. So maybe peace begins when you stop resisting change. Change is inevitable. Change is constant. Every ending carries hidden light. Beyond the darkness, every version of myself led me to this moment now. And even if the world keeps changing, I'll stories about winners and the rest, about trophies, ranks, and numbers, as if that's the final test. They'll say you lost the battle, they'll say your chance is gone. They'll point at all your failures and tell you to move on. But they don't know your journey, they don't hear your heart at night. They don't see the quiet courage it takes to keep up the fight. Because losing isn't falling, and losing isn't pain. It's not the storms that find you, or standing in the rain. The only true defeat is giving up on who you are, turning your back on your own dream before you've traveled far. As long as you believe in yourself, you haven't lost the fight. As long as you keep moving, there's still another sunrise. The road may bend and break you, the world may say you're done, but life is never over while your heart still says go on. I remember feeling hopeless, like every door was closed, like all the work I'd given had vanished into smoke. I questioned my direction, I questioned if I'd win. But deep beneath the silence, there was still a voice within, a voice that wouldn't surrender, a flame that wouldn't die, a stubborn little whisper saying stand up one more time. And that was enough. Not enough to fix everything, not enough to erase the pain, but enough to take one step forward and begin again. Because every great comeback starts in the darkest place, when a person chooses hope instead of walking away. The strongest people aren't those who never hit the ground, they're the ones who keep rising every time they're knocked down again and again. Through heartbreak and doubt, through closed doors and failures, they keep finding a way out. And honestly, maybe success isn't reaching every goal. Maybe it's refusing to quit on your own soul. Maybe it's waking up tomorrow after everything fell apart and still protecting the dream inside your heart. Because life rewards persistence more than talent, luck, or fame. The people who keep believing eventually change the game. So don't let a setback define you, don't let one chapter decide the value of your story or the fire burning inside. You are not your worst mistake, you are not your hardest day. You are the person who chooses whether to continue anyway. And as long as that choice remains, as long as you still try, as long as you refuse to surrender, life cannot defeat you. Because if you never give up on yourself, you never truly lose.
Everybody wants the spotlight, wants their name in lights, wants to be the chosen one, standing in the bright. But I've learned something quieter, something soft but true. The people who lift others up carry beauty too. You don't lose your light by letting someone shine. You don't become smaller by being kind. Give the flowers away, watch the fragrance stay. What you place in someone else's hands never fades away. Lift somebody higher, speak life into their soul, because generosity leaves traces long after letting go. I used to think success was proving I was enough, always chasing recognition, always needing love. But the happiest moments never came from praise. They came from seeing someone smile, because I helped them find their way. A quiet word of kindness, a hand when someone falls. Sometimes the smallest gesture becomes the biggest gift of all, because hearts remember warmth longer than applause, and kindness leaves a perfume no darkness can dissolve. Give the flowers away, don't hold beauty tight. The people who create more joy carry more light. You don't lose compassion when you freely give. The sweetest parts of being human are found in helping others live. I remember people who believed in me first, when my confidence was broken and my spirit hurt. They didn't gain attention, didn't ask for anything, but somehow their kindness still echoes within me. And now I understand why their presence stayed, because goodness leaves a fragrance that never fully fades. The world teaches competition, teaches people to compare, but love grows differently when people truly care. There's enough light for everybody, enough sky for every star, and helping someone bloom doesn't dim who you are. Maybe that's the secret to a meaningful life, not how much you collect, but how much beauty you leave behind. Because selfishness disappears quickly, but kindness lingers on, like the scent of flowers long after they are gone. Give the flowers away, even if no one sees. The soul becomes softer through generosity. And maybe the most beautiful people are quietly this way, leaving traces of warmth in every life they touch each day. So I'll celebrate others without fear tonight, because love multiplies itself every time we give light. And when this life is over, I don't wanna be remembered for how loudly I was praised, but for how gently I helped others remember that they were worthy too, that they could still bloom, because one kind heart can completely change a room. Give the flowers away, the fragrance stays with you. The world keeps count of victories. It measures who has won. It crowns the one still standing beneath the setting sun. And when the battle's over, the losers walk away, carrying silent questions about the price they paid. But not every defeat is failure, not every loss is wrong. Sometimes the bravest people are the ones who still hold on to truth when it is costly, to kindness when it's hard, to principles worth protecting even when they leave scars. If you fought for what was right, there is no shame in losing. A heart that stayed faithful is a victory worth choosing. The score may say you failed, the crowd may never know, but honor lives forever in the seeds of truth you sow. I remember standing alone once with nobody on my side, watching easier roads appear while I swallowed all my pride. I could have turned away, could have chosen comfort then, but something deeper in me wouldn't let me pretend, because some things matter more than applause or being praised. Some things are worth defending even when the cost is paid. A voice for someone weaker, a dream nobody believed, a promise made in darkness, too important to leave. And yes, the fight may break you, yes, the battle may be lost, but losing for the right reason is different from any cost, because the soul remembers what the world forgets with time. Whether you stood for something or abandoned what was right. That's the hidden measure, not the trophies on a shelf, but whether you can look back proudly and still respect yourself. The strongest people walking are not always those who win. They're the ones who guard their values through every storm they're in. They refuse to sell their conscience for an easier reward. They refuse to bow to fear when truth becomes a sword. And honestly, the world changes because of hearts like these, people willing to stand alone for what they believe. Not because success is certain, not because glory waits, but because some things are sacred no matter what fate creates. So if you gave your best, if your cause was honest and true, don't carry shame for losing. The shame was never yours to choose. The real defeat is silence when courage should have spoken loud. The real defeat is surrender to what your heart disavowed. But if you stood for justice, if you fought with all your might, then walk away with your head held high. For there is no shame in losing a battle, but for what is right. I used to think the distance came from everyone around, like people were unreachable, like love just couldn't be found. I blame the silence in the room, the coldness in their eyes, never realizing I was hiding too inside. I waited to be welcomed before I'd show my heart, waiting for somebody else to make the first start. But loneliness is echoes that come from deep within, and sometimes the locked door was never locked by them. The walls between us were built by my own hands, brick by brick from fear and things I didn't understand. I called it being careful, I called it protecting me, but maybe all along I was building my own prison quietly. I thought rejection waited behind every hello, so I stayed behind my silence and never let myself be known. I assumed people judged me before they even could, and treated every stranger like they misunderstood. But fear paints false pictures across the human mind, and sometimes what we expect is exactly what we find. Because people feel hesitation, people mirror doubt, and the walls we think surround us are often built from the inside out. The walls between us were built by my own fear, not by the world rejecting me, but by never stepping near. And once I saw the truth, everything changed somehow. The distance wasn't theirs, it was mine till now. So I started smiling first, started saying names, started letting awkward moments exist without shame. And suddenly the world softened, not perfectly, but enough to realize human connection begins when someone chooses trust. Maybe most people aren't cold, maybe they're afraid to, waiting for somebody brave enough to make the first move. Maybe every heart carries invisible defense, and kindness is the thing that slowly climbs the fence. Because fear keeps building borders till nobody gets through, but openness creates spaces where something real can bloom. The walls between us can disappear tonight, not because the world changed, but because I stopped hiding inside. I stopped assuming hatred before giving people light, stopped treating every moment like something I should fight. And honestly, it felt freeing to finally understand. The world became much warmer when I unclenched my hands. So if I feel disconnected, if life feels far away, maybe the first thing changing should be the walls I make. Because the hardest barriers are often never seen, not built from other people, but from what lives inside me. And maybe being human means learning this somehow. The world opens differently the moment we reach out.